Well, they are slow growing. They're cute. They're cutie pooties. But when they're
cute as you are.
A snatched moment, looking out on a beauty Susie and Andy Macdonald no longer take for granted. You should be dead.
I know. It's so bizarre.
We'll basically take out this temple tip.
But it is amazing to me that here am I sitting here, I'm just feeling really happy.
The brain looks great, very good.
I'm just thinking about what have I got planned today. No, this is now. It's lovely, it's a lovely feeling.
Look how his tail's wagging.
He is wagging his little tail.
What does a mum who is theoretically dying say to her 5 children?
I'm pretty sure I didn't say I was going to die. I'm pretty sure I just said, that this is a mission that we're going on, that it's a big mission, and I will come back and it'll be all right. I don't even think I wanted to say anything else, really. And I just didn't even think it. Oh, he's gone.
I think
he's
so.
He's gone.
Even though at that time, in those dark days just over a year ago, she's told there's no coming back from the tumour growing in her brain, that her condition is effectively bigger than the powers and means of our health system.
Inoperable and incurable, those are the words he said.
The size of an apple, it's about that big.
She looked at the surgeon and said, "I don't believe you." We cried and swore and had a drink and then cried and swore again and just got our head around what needed to happen.
And so the self-help campaign begins on the home computer.
You have to have hope.
With each website, each email, comes a sense of empowerment, filling the void left by the Auckland specialist who gave the terminal prognosis and then, the Macdonalds say, made no contact for almost 2 months.
We didn't hear a thing.
For 7 weeks.
7 weeks. Not a thing. Not one thing.
There are other things, outside
we should have been given
that we should have known about.
No one recommended anything.
No one recommended going outside New Zealand.
But from their basement, they're soon canvassing worldwide. And at the University of California in Los Angeles...
But we found Linda Leah, and she just answered all of our prayers, basically. She's an amazing woman.
Just about where that blood vessel is, where that vessel runs.
Linda Liao's first email response to the Macdonalds' inquiries for information is remarkably understated. She estimates she can remove about 90% of Susie's tumour and gives a brief outline of her expertise in cutting-edge technology which maps the language functions of the brain to ensure they're not damaged during the operation. She concludes simply, "I'd be more than happy to discuss this with you further if you choose to come here."
I said to Eddie, "It's amazing, that's fantastic, let's go."
Within weeks, Susie Macdonald's undergoing intricate surgery identical to this.
Tell me your name. What's your name? Exactly.
She's woken after her brain's exposed and then asked to identify pictures
Very good, and this is
to pinpoint the areas that process language.
So I'm asleep for 3 hours, I'm awake for 3 hours, and that's just to check on my brain, check whether my brain's working and whether it's seeing all these things as they are.
What is this thing?
Do you want me to show the scar? It's a really big scar. Do you want me to? Well, you can probably do it better than I can.
I don't know. It's a horseshoe scar that comes around here.
Yeah,
under
it's a
here.
huge big scar. It's amazing, isn't it? You can feel it because you can feel the scar. You can feel it goes all the way around.
The operation's deemed even more successful than expected, with 95 to 98% of the tumour removed. 2 recent MRI scans have been clear, while Susie will remain on oral chemotherapy for at least another 6 months. Does anyone use the word cured?
No one says that at all. No one's even going to say it. I'd love to think about the future, but I'm just thinking about it every single day.
You could be bitter because the system didn't help.
There's a part of me that's just furious with this. I'm furious with the system, livid with it, because I just don't believe that what they did was the very best that they could do. I don't believe it at all.
But to dwell on that would be to go against the sage words that hang so near and so dear.
The longer I live, the more I realise the impact of attitude on life. Attitude is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances.
Someone somewhere is today receiving a shocking prognosis. What do you say to those people?
That they've got to keep their hope. They've just got to believe. They have to believe, really. That's basically what about believing, really. That's what we did. We were believers. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitude.
Woo! Wow, look at that leap.